And our Kendra Ken is tracking all of that. Kendra, what can you tell us?
Well, and Carrie, even when it's kind of cloudy like what we have right now, the sun's rays are still getting through. So don't let it fool you. Don't just head to the pool without sunscreen on, because a lot of people get burned on days like today where we have that more filtered sunshine, but it is still coming through and can cause damage. That was Anderson University we were looking at there. No rain under those clouds right now, and they'll stick around with us through this evening as moisture's moving in. It's going to make it feel more humid outside. So we start the day with some clouds tomorrow, but that sun breaks out heading into the 10 o'clock hour. UV index at about a 9 tomorrow. So yeah, lather up that sunscreen. Temperatures will be in the upper 80s tomorrow, 89 in Anderson, 88 in Spartanburg. So not quite getting to 90 in most spots, but Northeast Georgia, you could certainly get there, and that would be the first of the season. So next big thing, we're looking ahead to this big warm up. It's all about the jet stream, and it is going to be very far north. The jet separates the cool air, which you see with the blues, from the hot air to the south, and that jet stream is going to be way up in Canada. It is going to be hot from Minnesota all the way down into the Carolinas over the next several days, really peaking this weekend and then starting to improve into next week. So how hot will it feel? It'll feel like close to 100, but not quite on Saturday. This is fairly typical for late June, early July, a little hotter than normal for this time of year. And then we're going to see it trail down a bit, but regardless, feeling like the 90s starting tomorrow and into next week. Now, we're also tracking the tropics. This is a big story, unfortunately, for parts of Florida where there is a flash flood emergency. First Alert meteorologist Brian Bachman and I were just looking at this. I mean, some serious flooding is paralyzing the city right now, all thanks to a system that only has about a 10% chance of becoming tropical, but it's tapped into a lot of tropical moisture as it moves across the southern part of Florida. About a 20% chance of development with that off the coast, but as it moves out into the Atlantic. But notice how it stays offshore of the Carolinas, so not going to be a big impact on our Carolina coast, and very low likelihood it develops. Then we're going to see more moisture in the Gulf heading toward Texas as well as parts of Mexico, but this doesn't look tropical either, but just shows you how busy it's getting in the Gulf of Mexico. We're starting to see these systems form, and in the right environment, we're going to start to see some named storms, but nothing so far. We'll keep you posted, and weather stays fairly calm the next several days. Just some screaming heat this weekend. 94 Saturday, slight chance of rain Sunday, but overall keeping it mostly dry into next week. But heat does back off a little bit toward Tuesday and Wednesday. Mountains, we'll be looking at small rain chances starting on Sunday. Otherwise, just warm and muggy. Now,